Welcome to the Anger Management Podcast. It's that time of the week again. I just wanted to start with the shocking news that Liam has got friends.
Yes.
Liam's brought a mate with him.
I know. Can't believe it.
I just didn't believe it till I saw it.
No, we were meant to have a celebrity on this week, but unfortunately he's got a boxing match this weekend.
Well, we'll let him off then.
So he's got to train, which is understandable, but it's...
it's probably more important come on the Anger Management Podcast, but I can see see why he's done it.
Yeah, I
can see why he's cold-shouldered us.
Our special guest is Stokes' very own... Neil says Stoke City again. I did that on the sports show.
You did.
Stokes' very own Nathan Heaney. And obviously can't make it this week because he's got a boxing match coming up. But we're penciled in for season 2. But in the meantime, we've got Oldham's very own Daryl Sweetman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to have you on the show, Daryl.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. I really didn't believe Liam had any actual mates. I thought he just had these people on social media that he pretended to know.
That's just a vicious rumour that he's got mates.
Oh, cheers, Daryl. Cheers, mate.
Let's gang up on him straight away, Daryl.
No, why not? I do it every week.
Especially at pub.
So Daryl, you're an Oldham supporter.
Unfortunately.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I do remember you messaging in to our radio show.
It did.
I think we were discussing my team, Port Vale, who were roughly the same amount of shitness as Oldham.
Yeah. Probably a little bit worse though.
Yeah. I think where did Oldham finish this year?
Just below you.
Oh, right, okay. So pretty much equal shitness.
Yeah, basically.
Equal shitness.
At least we didn't get relegated, though, Daryl. Alien.
Oh, are you? All right.
You're all right, mate, Sheffield United. Yeah.
Oh,
no. Relegated from Premier League, but we've just got a new manager today.
Still relegation, mate.
We'll see what happens next season.
It's like Man United supporters desperately trying to say they'd had a mint season because they'd gone undefeated away from home all year. After last night's loss, wasn't that in Poland? I'm pretty sure that was away from home.
Yeah.
So even that shitty claim to fame has gone for United fans now. So, you know.
And
anyway.
we already agreed United are shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. At
We'll
the
get
moment,
on then.
So it's the Anger Management Podcast, episode 8. It's the final episode of season 1.
I can't believe it. We were only going to do one, see how it went, and we haven't been cancelled.
Yeah.
We haven't been murdered.
We've been number 2 in Uganda.
Number 7 in UK. Can't believe it.
On it like a carb.
I can't believe it.
We've been.
Can't believe it.
But it's nearly over for a few weeks. We need some rest and recuperation, don't we, Liam?
We need some new ideas.
I don't think listeners understand quite how much graft goes into this podcast.
Yeah. WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp voice calls.
Constant. I must have used up about 50 gigs worth of data sending Liam rants while I'm in my car.
Yeah. I did that in my van.
Siri's had an absolute load of hassle, she has. Hey, Siri, call Liam.
Yeah. Well, he's fuming that phone.
Simcox, now, do it. And Siri will go, playing round in circles. I was like, no, Siri.
I've just seen a drug dealer car go past. If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. So, Daryl, thanks for coming in.
Cheers, Daryl.
Thanks for stepping into the void.
I've not stepped in for anybody.
Oh, dear.
No, thanks for asking me.
We appreciate it. Obviously, you didn't really have too much notice.
No, not really. But I have been asking Liam for about 5 years to get me on something.
Why am I ringing you?
Because
Liam?
you said Siri, call Liam Simcox. And
Is
now
it ringing you?
You're ringing me live.
Oh, look at this.
Live on the Anger Management
I'm ringing him,
Podcast.
Siri. The one time she actually does what I ask her to do. The one time.
That was weird.
Siri, thanks for that.
Yeah.
But you're a wally.
Yeah, cheers. Now my phone just went off in my pocket and I'm
amazing.
like, who's ringing? Andy Stevenson. I'm looking at him.
Technology does work.
Believe it or not.
Technology does work. So, Liam, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Daryl. Because I really,
You don't want to know.
I really don't know. How do you guys know each other? Let our listeners know.
Well,
I mean, are you paying him or?
Well, he's
he
a
just
bit out of my price bracket now. He's, I had Tyrone for a few years and he packed it in, to be honest, gaping. To be honest, what year would it have been, Daryl? Would it 18, 19? What year was it that we met? 2018, 19?
Something like that.
Anyway, yeah, cheers for that.
I think it was 1820.
Too long ago.
Yeah, 1820. Yeah,
Seems like it anyway.
Shut up, Daryl. Me and my girlfriend were in Wetherspoons one day, and we had the brilliant idea of going on a pub crawl, as you do, before COVID and before
when you were allowed to go on a pub crawl, and it wasn't against law.
Yeah, before the world ended, basically. And we went to I think we got to the third pub, and bumped into Daryl and his lovely wife Marie, who will be listening to the podcast.
Shout out, Marie.
Yes, and been friends ever since, and been alcoholics ever since.
Do you want to know the truth now?
Yeah. Tell us the real story.
Oh, shit.
I found Liam. He was in a bush, naked.
Bent over.
He said he could. He said he could drink JD.
Oh,
he
that
couldn't.
imagery.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. And this has been the Anger Management Podcast episode
We'll see
8.
you next season when Liam's let the shame down.
Yeah, go on, Daryl.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much what Liam said. Whereas I remember you were stood at the bar with Kerry.
Yes.
And me and my wife were sat down. It's our local pub because we live in Milton in the village because we're dead posh.
Posh.
Posh, yes. And so, like I say, it's our local. They came in and we were sat there looking, and I think I went to the bar, didn't I?
Yeah.
Were you looking at Liam thinking, he looks a bit weird, doesn't he? That's what I thought when I met him.
Strawberry juice.
I thought he's a bit of all right.
Ooh.
Bird's a bit of a mong, but he's all right. Sorry, Kerry.
She'll be listening.
That's it. Bad books.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I just got chatting at the bar and I said, well, you come and sit down with me and my wife. And from then on, just been piss up after piss up.
Pals
Pals
forever.
ever since, yeah. What's that?
Well, at least someone loves you, Liam.
Yeah, cheers.
I never said that.
Oh.
At least someone tolerates you, Liam.
What's this? Pick on Liam Day.
Yes, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Every day's pick on Liam Day.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cheers.
So it has been nice. Whereabouts do you live now? Are you still in the same?
I live in Milton. It's
Yeah.
place.
So you're still in the same place. So
Yeah.
you've had a trip down to the Anger Management studio down in Kingsley Hall. This is going to be our last podcast in the current premises.
Oh.
I've been here 15 years. 15 years. And we'll be in a new building when season 2 starts.
Yes, brand new Anger Management Studios.
It's bittersweet, Liam.
I know,
it's
I can
bittersweet.
imagine.
We've
I can
had some
imagine.
times in here. I've made some good records, had some fun times with bands and artists over the years. So I'm a little bit bittersweet is the
I can
word.
imagine.
I've got a little tear in my eye doing this. This might well be the very last recording made in the studio, so I'm a little bit...
Liam said it'd be fun.
It is. It's
What? See what I mean?
it's fun. I've just got a little tear in my eye for tonight.
We do have somber moments, don't we? Sometimes.
We do sometimes.
Sometimes.
We have a serious note every now and again, don't we?
Yeah, rarely,
and then
rarely.
ruin it by talking about penises.
Yeah.
Usually.
Or members.
Members.
Or Tommy Ticklemouse.
So, lads, I wanted to ask you generally what you've been up to the last few days. I'm gonna start on this one because I went back to work last week.
No.
Work.
How long's that been? 15 months?
14 and a half months.
Jesus Christ.
My last piece of work was March the 13th, 2020.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm a musician,
Yep.
as you know.
Yes.
I'm a professional musician. And it's been against the law for me to go to work. Literally against the law, right? I haven't been allowed to go to work. The difference is, whereas a lot of people have been furloughed and gone, mint, I'm getting 3/4 of my pay. I don't
Sit
have
on
to
my
go to my
arse.
horrible, shitty job.
Yeah.
I don't have to go grafting in a factory or whatever it may be. I can sit here and get 3/4 of my wage. I love what I do. I love every minute of it. I've done it for 30 odd years, and it's my social life, my professional life, everything. And I went back to work last Friday. I played a gig in just outside of Chester.
Oh,
A
nice.
place called Tarvin. At the George and Dragon, shout out, guys, if you're listening. Thanks for having me on. Strangely enough, the same place that I played my last gig all that time ago.
So you've gone full circle,
It's all
basically.
gone full circle. So it was a decent enough gig. I had a very strange weekend. I've played thousands of gigs over the years. I broke 5 guitar
I
strings
thought you were about to say I
in
broke
one set.
I broke my banjo.
5. No, I didn't break my banjo string, Liam.
Sorry.
No,
You broke 5 strings.
I broke 5 strings. 3 of them were G strings, if you want to chuckle at that one, Liam. There you go.
No, I've heard it many times.
It was surreal. I always take two packs of spare strings with me, and I pinged me B string, that went, put a new one on, played a chorus, G string went, put a new one on, played a verse and a chorus, G string went again, put the spare on, and I didn't get halfway through the song, and ping, it went again. And I sat there, and I didn't have enough strings left to finish the show. I had 3/4 of an hour of the gig left, and I was like, I've never been in this situation. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
So, put a call out to the great British public. Unfortunately, there was a lad in the audience who lived right opposite the pub who plays a bit of guitar.
Oh.
He jogged across the road, grabbed me a pack of strings, come back, and I was rocking again within 5 minutes. I mean, how cool is that?
Jesus, you couldn't write it that.
How
though.
cool is that?
You could not write that.
I was sitting there shitting myself. I didn't know what to do. I was like,
because your G string had gone.
yeah, all me G strings. Nothing left. Nothing left. So anyway, I got to Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday's gig was at a lovely place called the Quarter Cafe.
Oh, I hadn't heard this story yet. You told me, you hinted at it, but you haven't told me this story yet.
Fantastic places, lovely food, chilled little cafe in the city. So I got up there, set up as you do. People waiting for the food, some people eating, and that place was packed. And I opened up with a little bit of Valerie.
Oh yeah.
Quite often start my set with that little cover of Valerie. And I saw a table of girls in the 30s, pina coladas. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll get the pina colada song out. Got that out. Anyway, they were all singing. First weekend out for everybody. And they're all proper getting into it.
Good.
I got third song in. I want to play, I was going for I Saw Her Standing There by the Beatles. Play one chord. Manageress comes up to me. She says, loving it. Can you not ask anyone to join in though?
What?
I don't want anyone to join in. Can't have anyone singing.
No.
I'm not making this up.
You can't. What? Not allowed to join in.
I'm not making this up.
At all.
Right. And I laughed. I sort of went, no.
And she's like, no, seriously.
Like,
no, what can you do if somebody joins in? What's he got to do with you?
And she says, it's against the law. And I went, against what law? And she said, the COVID restrictions. People can't. And I was like, so you want me? I said, you want me? What do you want me to do? I don't understand. I'm a musician, entertainer. That's why I'm here. That's why you're paying me to be here.
Can you play a bit quieter, please?
So I said, I mean, I can. If you don't want me to encourage people to sing along, I won't. Right? It's your prerogative.
Just butt in it when you're playing your songs or whatever. I've not seen you play, but them kind of songs are my kind of songs then. But when you're playing and you're singing away and you're loving it, and people are joining in, surely you get a buzz from that.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's why I do it, Daryl. I love it. It's the same for pretty much any musician, I think.
Don't let them join in. You should have.
Well, this is it. And I thought to myself, you've paid me to be here to entertain your clientele, which is exactly what I'm doing. Everyone's loving it. It's a really good gig so far. So I said, well, what I can do is I can ask people to not get out the seats. I can ask people to clap or tap the feet or what. So I did. And I said, listen, the restaurant apparently has got restrictions on it due to COVID, blah, blah, blah. You're not allowed to sing. You're not allowed to join in.
You had to say this?
Yeah, so I had to say this, right? And it was just like a crescendo of boos. Everyone was just, no. And I was like, and I says, come on, guys. I said, it's crap, but that's what we've got to do. Mate, the entire audience for the next hour and a half ignored every word and sang every song at the top of the lungs, out the seats, jumping around. It was like playing a rock show in a cafe. People had just gone, nah. And you've got the management going round the tables, trying to say to people, you can't join in. It was surreal, the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But it ended up being an amazing gig.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Everybody was involved. And there was another unbelievable thing that happened that show. So, I always play Wonderwall, right? So I get maybe 5-6 songs in. And me being me at this point, I've promised that I won't encourage people to sing. But I thought what I'll do is I'll just bust out every sing-along classic that I've got.
Yeah,
you just like, thought, fuck
so it's just one after the other.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Absolute sing-alongs every time.
Brilliant.
So I thought I'll bust out Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it, right? And I got a story, always got the same story I tell for Wonderwall. So I says, I learnt this song in year 9 at school. Just come out. And I learnt it to impress a girl.
All right.
And I said, and it must have worked because she ended up being my girlfriend for 6 months.
All right, okay.
So this is for Michelle. And I hear from the back of the room, that's me! That's me! And I'm like, what? And I look up like that. And this girl, I ain't seen her in 20 years, right? And she's sitting at the back of the restaurant with her mum having a meal.
No.
And I've just introduced her and she's going, that's me, that was me.
No.
Everyone's turning around going, you? She's like, yeah, me.
Oh my God.
Amazing, mate, amazing.
What the fuck? You couldn't write it, could you?
Couldn't write it. So it was just a great gig. It was awesome. Like I said, I was busting out the classics, a bit of... Don't you forget about me.
Yeah.
Oh, just Don't Look Back in Anger. Played Don't Look Back in Anger for the last song. And the manageress had come on the microphone and said, please, can you all calm down and not beat mate? And I play a busted out Don't Look Back in Anger. They were on the tables, mate. They were on the tables just giving it some like that. But
fuck 'em.
Amazing. I've never, ever been accosted for doing too good of a job. Before. Stop being so good at your job. For fuck's sake, book your ideas up and stop being so awesome.
No one's been out for the last
Break some G-strings.
Yeah.
No one's been out for 15 months. This is first time people had to meet other people in public. But can you be quiet, please?
Absolute madness it was.
Of course,
but a great gig. And I do love playing there. They're dead cool people. They're dead nice. And at the end of the day, they've just got to follow these shitty restrictions for another few weeks, hopefully. And then we might be able to get back to some semblance of normality. So,
was it 21st of June?
21st of June. Well, that's what they reckon, isn't it, Daryl? Whether that, well, we'll have like a Mars variant by then, won't we?
Yeah.
No, everybody's staying. Someone's died on the International Space Station. We've got an ISS variant.
Let's bring out a new jab that you've got to have.
Bollocks.
How many is that now? 15? Yeah,
Bollocks.
Stick them all in.
I just hope everyone, whatever they do this time, everyone just fucks it off.
Yeah.
No, not doing it. Doing what I want. Going on holiday.
COVID junkie.
Everybody's had enough of it now, haven't they?
Yeah,
it's fucking madness.
Just get on with our fucking lives.
Absolute madness. So, fellas, that was my weekend. I tell you what, I got to Sunday, I was fucking knackered. I'm in work 14 months. I'd done 2 nights, and I was written off. I had a bath for 3 hours. It's been that long since I played. I got blisters on the end of me, anti-blisters on the end of my fingers since I was learning guitar when I was 12.
How did you go on with that? Because obviously you were saying after the sports show that you were doing that gig. How did you go on?
I just had grin and bear it, mate. I'm hard, aren't I?
Are they sure they're off your guitar?
Hardcore. You what, Daryl?
Are they sure the blisters are off your guitar?
Yeah, no, they are. Honestly, mate, it's not nothing else. I'm telling you, Daryl's being
vulgar
here. Uncouth.
No. This is Daryl Sweetman, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, I got through to Sunday and I was knackered, but I was what I always call good knackered. You know what I mean? Like when you've done odd day's work and you get in, you have a pint or a bath or whatever, and you feel bollocksed but good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Content because you've done a good job.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I had that feeling for 14 months, and it was nice, lads. I'll be honest. I've done a proper weekend's work, and it was a nice feeling.
Have you got any more in the near future, or?
Yeah, I've got loads. I'm back. I've got a little residency there at the Quarter Cafe until the end of June. So I'm playing Friday and Saturday nights every week till the end of June at the same place. Well, how long they keep me, I don't know after last week, but we'll see.
Might turn up and just start singing. Me and Daryl will turn up and we'll just start shouting.
I'll get our Mary. She can sing. What's that Beatles one you said you do?
I saw her standing there.
She'll get up and sing with you.
It's a great song.
She's a good singer, isn't she?
Yeah, great singer, Marie.
It's a great song. So that was my weekend, gents.
Well,
what did you get up
have a
to?
night out and go out and boo him.
Yeah,
like everybody else.
Ask him to play quieter. Can you be a bit quieter?
Can you just shut up? I'm eating my pie.
All right, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon's back.
She's here, look. She's here.
Sharon's back.
It's a running gag. But no, last weekend, I saw you, Daryl, last weekend, didn't you?
Yes.
We were watching the playoffs.
Yes. No, we weren't.
Well.
Oh, yeah, watching. Yeah, we were. Yeah. Go on, tell him. Yeah.
Well,
come on.
He sat in my front room on
God,
Sunday afternoon. Comes up to my house for a brew and what have you, and ended up staying about 7 hours.
Yeah, basically. Got fed and everything.
You didn't overstay your welcome, did you, Liam?
I do that every week.
Again. So me and Liam were watching playoffs on telly.
Yeah.
I can't remember who were playing. Bloody.
Oh, God.
Can't remember who it was.
No.
That's irrelevant.
Someone.
Anyway. And I'd had a bet that day.
Oh, God, yeah.
An accumulator bet. I have one every week, 5 a week, and just have a bet.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Little flutter.
Yeah.
So I had this bet on the Sunday, and I had 9 teams, 9-team accumulator for £1.14, were it?
Yeah.
And the winnings would have been 125 quid.
Okay.
Right. First game on was Brechin versus Kelty Hearts.
In the Scottish second division.
That's an attractive tie.
Yeah.
That's one of ours that we have on our show, that is, Liam.
Yeah, on the Super 6.
So I put a win on Kelty Hearts to win. Because I looked at the form, I thought, Brechin haven't won the last so many games. They've won the last so many games. I thought, well, they should beat them. So anyhow, sat there, weren't you?
Yeah.
And on one of my phone, when you see the Sky bet, it comes up, dangerous attack.
Yeah.
So, all that rubbish. So I'm watching it. It's Kelty Hearts attack, dangerous attack. We're both like that. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
This is in like the 85th minute, and we're like, come on, screaming at Daryl's phone.
So anyway, gets to the 88th minute. It's a Kelty Hearts dangerous attack. Kelty Hearts goal.
House erupted.
Nearly hit the bleeding roof.
Yeah.
Scottish second division football.
Come on! It was fucking crazy, wasn't it?
It was, honestly.
But then, so that one won the first early game.
Yeah.
That one.
So your day hadn't been completely ruined
No.
by
No.
the first
But
game.
do you know
That's always
what?
a stinker.
Every time I put a bet on and have an early game, I lose it on first game.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm not going. I didn't know it were early, so I just clicked on. Anyway, they won. And then, rest of afternoon, win. I've got 8 out of the 9 winners. And now, who were in the last one?
Newport County and Forest Green Rovers.
Forest Green Rovers against Newport County in the evening. That was my last game.
Yeah.
And I got 8 up. Right, I could cash out for
£55.
59.
What was
Yeah.
your original stake?
£1.14.
140. Okay, so 55 quid's pretty good
Yeah,
win.
yeah,
there.
Yeah. But me being me, I didn't want to cash out.
Yeah.
But
I want to go
Why
for
sink
the,
kitchen?
go for the proper wealth.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Wife's in kitchen with Liam's girlfriend Kerry sat there and says, I just went because it was like half an hour before I kicked off on it. And I said what I'm up to. He said, "Oh, cash out." You know, women are like, "Cash out, I need money." No, you don't want to do like
You're
that.
like, no, I want a nice tea tonight. I want a battered sausage. Yeah.
I would have let it ride. I'd been happy because I thought,
It's
Forest Green
a
want
quick
Forest Green want to beat Newport, and it was only £1.14.
Yeah.
And if they win, I get 125 quid instead of 59. But then I thought, well, I'm 50,
you know what's going to happen with this, don't you?
I'm 58 quid up, so fair enough. So wife's giving it that, cash out, want to cash out. She'll kill me when she sees this. No, she won't.
Yeah, sleeping on
won't,
settee.
So,
Don't worry, mate. I get into trouble every week. I'll take some flack off you.
so we ended up having a frigging vote.
Oh, God.
What, a house vote?
Yeah, like Parliament.
Were you involved with this, Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew what he was going to say. Cash out. So then it ends up 3 against 1 cash out. So I just cashed out.
And guess who won?
Forest Green Rovers won 4-2.
Really?
They were 3-0 up in half an hour. You were fuming. Absolutely fuming.
Never, ever, whatever Liam advises you on a sporting result, do the exact opposite. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, our regular listeners to the sports show will know that by now.
We will. Whatever Liam suggests, go down the bookies and do the exact opposite.
So that was our Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a joy, quite a good laugh, didn't we? We had
yeah.
a real good laugh. And we've got a weekend, Saturday night out planned.
Ooh, yeah, this Saturday.
Oh, first Saturday's at pub.
All you can drink.
Pub.
All you can drink. All you can drink restaurant.
It's not an all you can eat exclusive. All you can drink exclusive.
All you can drink.
It's just turn up and just.
And what
drink
gear at end at night when we've been out?
Liam, I'm fucked.
Lads, we're going to have a song.
Oh, sounds good.
It got me thinking then you were on about the pub. And this band that I'm going to play is actually a group of friends of mine.
Oh, nice.
Called The Bad Rats. And they are, without doubt, one of the greatest bands I have ever worked with. Ever. They're fantastic. Bad Rats are a 6-piece Celtic punk band from the West Midlands.
Oh, that sounds good.
They're amazing.
Different.
They play all
Celtic
this mad Irish jig, Celtic madness. And there's like 12 of them in the band a lot of the time. So I've done the sound for them on quite a few occasions down at our local pub. And I've probably never seen a local unsigned band who get a place rocking like these guys do. They're absolutely fucking awesome. And I promise you'll like the song. Let's check them out.
Yeah,
this is the Bad Rats. And the song is called Devil's Wayward Sons. It's awesome. That was The Bad Rats with Devil's Wayward Sons here on the Anger Management Podcast with me, Andy Stevenson.
Me, Liam Simcox.
And me, Daryl Sweetman.
There we go. It's like you've done this before,
I know,
Daryl, straight away. That was The Bad Rats, guys. How awesome was that tune?
Oh, my God.
Didn't you feel like you were in the pub sipping Guinness?
Yeah, I felt honestly, I'm just saying to like you guys off air, like I was like, I feel like I'm just in a party right now. Like I'm in that mood now, just to go to a bar, get hammered, like you said, Guinness everywhere, do what you want.
Such a great band, such an awesome group of lads as well. I know Lee and Adam quite well. and a few of the other guys, and they're just awesome. A feel-good band.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get out and watch bands like that again and be part of that.
Yeah.
That whole scene and that whole feeling when you watch a band like that just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Not so much the next day, but at the time, it makes you feel absolutely fucking awesome.
That'll be us Sunday, Daryl. We'll be fucked.
Yeah.
Sounds
good.
Sounds good. It's a good idea. Feels good, but you feel shit day after.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't hack it anymore. I have 1 pint, and I feel rough the next day. No, I do.
That'll be me this weekend, I'm telling you.
When I played cricket the other week, I had like 2 pints after the game, and I woke up on the Sunday like I'd been run over by a traction engine. I was 2 pints. That was it. I'd had absolutely nothing
Right,
at all.
practice, aren't we, Andy? That's what it is.
I wanted to
We'll have to come our house one Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Get on the JD with us.
There you are. I think that's an invite.
no, Tor, not JD. I'll have a glass of water with ice, please, mate.
Me and Liam finish a litre of JD in a Saturday night.
Oh, fucking hell.
I wanted to touch on a topic that Daryl had suggested.
Oh, yeah.
Daryl called it phone zombies.
Yeah.
I'd called it technological scroats.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
Both good.
Technology scroats.
Both good.
Daryl,
Yeah.
what is it? Tell us what phone zombies are, mate.
Oh, Jesus. You see them, you're walking down the road, or you're going to the shop, or you're going to the pub, and they're like...
Face down on the phone.
Yeah, for those not watching on YouTube, Daryl's just made the weirdest face I've ever seen whilst twiddling his thumbs and looking down at the floor. I think it was a phone. He was.
Yes,
is that right?
Yeah. I often twiddle something else when I'm watching it. Anyway.
Twiddler.
That's another story.
It's a closet twiddler.
So, yeah, they've got their head in the phone and they're texting away or doing whatever and walk straight into you. They don't know you're fucking there.
Yeah.
Crossing the road.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're driving down in your car. How many times have you slammed your brakes on because some fucking phone zombie just crosses over?
Yeah.
They don't even know there's a car coming.
Yeah. I've seen him.
I try not to hit them because I'll make a mess of my car.
On this podcast, we do encourage it running people over.
Yeah,
it started in episode 1
with MC.
With MC.
Yeah, but I can't afford to get my car fixed. And I'm not mopping up the blood. Yeah. Fuck that.
You got your priorities right.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean about phone zombies?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Technology scrapes.
The worst thing you can I see, you go out for something to eat or for a meal or a beer or whatever, and there's a family sat at a table.
Oh.
All got the phones out. Not a word said all the meal.
They don't speak to each other.
No.
Have you guys ever sat there? Have you ever been like sitting there in the same room as your missus or something, and they send you a message?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's that all about? Just tell me.
Well,
I'm in the same room as you. Tell me.
It does sometimes. That's all right. I'll tell you a little tale about me and our Mary. She's called Marie. What we call her Mary or Petunia or whatever.
Whatever you want to call her, basically.
And she'll kill me for telling you this.
She will.
No, not Sharon. She's definitely not Sharon. Definitely
Dave?
not. Well, yeah,
Davina.
Yeah.
Davina.
There we go.
Anyway, I was sat in my living room, just chilling out, watching TV or whatever, and she'd gone to the loo. The downstairs loo, because we're posh, like I said.
Posh, yeah.
Posh. And I get this message. I'm like, oh, Marie. She said, there's a football game on ITV4 if you want to watch it.
From your missus?
While she's on toilet?
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought,
have you got a
what
TV?
A good wife
I was
got.
going to say.
Have you got a TV in box?
How have you managed to drop on her, Daryl?
Tell you what, she's a beauty.
Wow.
And I was just sat there, I thought, oh, thanks, ITV4. Oh.
Wow, what a
But
woman.
sometimes it does work that way. But I get what you're saying about people. I have a rule in our house. No phones at the dinner table.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because we sit down and we eat our meals most of the time. There's only me, my wife, and Stevie and his girlfriend whenever she's here. But I say no phones at the table.
I
can't be doing with it. It's one of my
missus
bugbears.
has to have some kind of noise going on when we're eating because her biggest pet hate is the sound of people eating. And honestly, she goes nuts at me and my son because we chew loudly.
You don't chew with your mouth open, do you?
No, I'm not a mouth opener, but she just doesn't like them.
Oh.
So she doesn't like it.
No.
But I always thought she just didn't like the sound of me or my son doing it. I found out a couple of days ago she doesn't like the sound of her own chewing either. So I says, what do you do? She says, well, I have to put like something on the telly. So it's your own chewing.
She's not punching walls, is she? Like,
honestly.
Bang, bang.
Shut up.
But people get paid hundreds of pounds for these ASMR videos where they sit and watch people eat.
What? ASMR what?
I don't know. I haven't heard of that, Liam.
I don't know.
Are you making that up?
BDSM. Whatever it's called.
Somebody has in the closet.
Yeah.
It's my gimp. People get paid hundreds of pounds on YouTube. You can watch people on YouTube just eating food and chewing, and all they do is go up to microphone going. There'll be people listening to this podcast right now that are like, please stop.
Yeah, stop
please stop making that noise. Sorry, guys. Scratch my ass.
But no, technology scrotes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Why? I mean, I'm old school. I'm 57. As my wife keeps reminding me, nearly 60. She's actually planning my fucking 60th birthday. She said, you've already sorted your cake out, and I'm not even 58 yet.
Wishing your life away.
This topic, Daryl, brings me on to something I wanted to talk about, which is somebody asked me the other week, not too long ago, if you won the lottery or the Euro Millions, what would be the very first thing that you'd do? The very first thing that you'd do. And I've got a clear winner. What I would do if somebody said, "There you go, there's your winning lottery ticket."
Is 100 mil.
There's your 100 million, right? I would walk down the fields behind my house. I live in a lovely place. Right? I'd walk down around the valley.
Sheep.
And no, we've only got cows round here, Daryl. Just
right.
cows,
you're
mate.
a big boy,
Yeah. I stand on some step ladders. I'd get my phone and I'd chuck it straight in the fucking river.
Yep.
I'd never have a phone ever again. No one. People would say in 10 years, people would go, "Whatever happened to that Steve-O?"
Yeah.
And folk would go, I don't know what. Like, saw him down the pub on the Tuesday, and then that's it. I know. I went round his house a few weeks later. It was all boarded up.
Knocked down.
Be gone, mate. No one would ever find me ever again.
He's converted it into a bar.
Would you go on your own?
On my own?
Yeah.
I'd take my wife.
Well, that's all right.
Take my wife and my kids, obviously. Well, one kid's 21, so she wouldn't come.
Don't tell them.
No. I'd be gone. I'd be gone, mate. Yeah. What would you do, Liam?
Where would you go?
Where would I go?
Yeah.
I've always said I'd buy myself a dairy farm.
Yes.
As Liam knows from episode 1.
You want to be a dairy farmer?
Well, I was a dairy farmer when I was a kid. I worked. I'm not a farmer's son, but I grew up working on a dairy farm, and I loved every minute of it. And we discussed this at length in episode 1. That would be my ideal thing to do if I won the lottery. So I'd probably go to the Peak District or maybe New Zealand where my family are. Dairy farm. That's it. You'd never hear from me again. I
think for me, I'd just pack my job in. I'd just retire. I think I'd retire at 29.
Is that the first thing you do? No, I'm on about the first thing. If I came to you and I was the guy from the lottery and went, Liam,
here's 100 mil.
We've tracked you down, mate. Here's your winnings. Here's your suitcase full of money. Just sign it, mate. See you later. What's the first thing that you would do then?
I'd go get fucking bladdered.
Would you?
Yeah, of course.
Would you call for me?
Yeah.
Would you not ring your gaffer and go, "Hey, up, mate, fuck yourself"?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Just let you know.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, I've thought about this before, because if you'd just been given 10 million quid, right?
Yeah.
In a suitcase and you won the lottery, why would you even ask ringing your boss?
Yeah, just
10 million in a suitcase.
I wouldn't be able to ring me boss because my phone would be in the fucking river.
Yeah, you fucked it, Andy.
There you go.
You fucked it. No, I agree. I'm not coming in Monday, and I'm not coming in Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or any time. Fuck your job. See you in a bit. Put phone down, and that's it. Delete number, block. See you in a bit.
I wouldn't make the phone call, mate.
Would you not? Would you just
why?
not?
Why would you bother? What are you doing?
What are you going to do, sack me?
Yeah. What are you going to do, have a go at me? Tell me I'm not getting me bonus? Go fuck yourself.
I'm 100 million richer, so fuck off.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
Daryl, let's
very
come
first
to
thing
you.
I'd do.
Buy a bottle of JD.
No, that's a good one. It's a good one because that could be one of the because you could literally just walk down the shop, couldn't you? Be like, what are you gonna do? And that because you couldn't like book an holiday or buy a car or anything like that. I'm on about the very first thing you do. What is it?
I think I'd buy a pallet of JD. I think.
Yeah, but you couldn't buy a pallet, could you? Where are you going to buy a pallet from, you fucking plonker?
Well, you know what I mean. JD. Have it delivered. I don't know.
But again, if you have it delivered, you've got place an order to have a delivery. I'm on about the first thing you'd fucking do.
I'm not living life to extreme here, am I? No, go on, Daryl. Sorry for interrupting. Go on.
I'm bad. It's like I say, the first thing you can't book an holiday, you can't buy a car, you can't do that.
It's things like, what about this, Daryl?
First instinct.
Yeah,
thing.
what about this? Another one that I've got is all the things I've got that don't quite work properly that piss me off.
Fucking throw
So
away.
my car, I'd get me sledgehammer out the fucking shed and I'd smash it bits. I'd just smash it to fucking bits and go, fuck off. Right? Because it wouldn't matter, would it? It just wouldn't matter.
Now I know why this is called anger management.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. Now you know, he's got it.
So, Daryl, come on, what is that? The very first thing that you would do?
Question,
We're full of tough questions on this podcast, mate.
I've watched a few. The very first thing I'd run in bloody house and give our Murray a big hug and say, we're fucking rich.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else, we're off.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then go for a pint.
Yeah. Or two. Or three.
Would you go your local though, or would you go
the Ritz?
No, would you just go, right, we can either go for a pint now or we'll literally just drive to the airport right now. In fact, not even drive. I'll call a fucking taxi to the airport.
You won't take any clothes.
No,
won't take anything with you.
Just take fucking nothing, would you?
Get in car, we're off.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't get in the car, though. You'd just go, it's like 80 quid for a taxi to the airport. Yeah, send us two, mate.
I'd get in the car.
You know what I mean?
I'd get in the car, drive to the airport and leave it fucking
just
there.
Fucking abandon
Fuck
it.
it.
Yeah. Leave it in the truck with the keys in.
Yeah, you can have it. Fuck it.
The keys in a signed logbook. Yeah.
Mr. Sweetman, please move your cube.
So you literally, I suppose, like 3 hours later, you could be in like Venice or something with your missus, couldn't you?
Well,
if
if that's what we're going to do, our place would definitely be in Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Turkey. I actually used to live in Turkey, would you believe?
Whereabouts?
I lived in a place called Hisaronu, which is about 40 minutes from Marmaris.
Yeah, that's where we go.
45 minutes from Marmaris.
Marmaris,
And my sister lived in Marmaris for years.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good friends over in Marmaris.
Right.
So
do you know where Orhanya is?
Who?
Orhanya.
Oh, never heard of her.
So never heard of her. So Orhanya, it's quite a well-known port, not port, but like small port, really small port, where we used to work on a boat. Me and my friend did. And again, that's about 40 minutes from Marmaris. So we used to spend a lot of time in Marmaris because that's where my sister lived. So I used to live there. It was great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
That's where we'd fuck off to.
Do it.
That's
man.
a good.
And
That's
while
good
I was there, I'd be looking around to buy a nice big villa in Marmaris.
Oh yeah.
I'd
go out to what you could just buy Tanzash. You know the great big supermarket. Buy Tanzash right in the middle and just turn it into your own private, private house.
Get that food out. It's my fucking house.
It's my pad now.
How much is it to buy this? 2 million. 1 minute. Let me get my wallet. Here you go.
Yeah, I think that's definitely off to Marmaris. And while I was there, I've been looking at properties.
Yeah, sounds good.
Proper properties.
Yeah, proper, nice, a big fuck off pool.
And retire there. Just live
big
there.
Dog, so when Liam comes, it can't get in.
What if I've got JD?
Oh, you come in then.
You can leave JD, but you can fuck off. Yeah.
Leave it in post box.
Yeah, cheers, Daryl.
Fuck off, Liam.
It is
Best of friends, you two are.
I know.
I'd have a big
Best of
closet
friends.
made for when he comes. So.
Oh.
Another question I wanted to ask you guys, something that had been playing on my mind recently, was what's the greatest invention ever? I don't mean for society. I mean for you personally. What is the one thing that you think that is just such a mint invention? And I'll tell you what one of mine is. when I was a kid, I'm 40 now, so I was a little kid in the 80s. And I remember I got to about 9 or 10. My mum and dad got me a telly for my birthday.
A what?
A telly. Right?
One of them great big fat.
No, it was a little, it was about, I don't know, 20-inch, no, not even that, about 15-inch TV, black and white. And I bet you can remember them, Daryl. They had like
What are you trying to say?
Like the push. He won't remember them. He won't remember them. They had like the push buttons, like 9 black push buttons down the side, and you selected it because we only had 3 channels then.
Channels.
I remember
1,
Channel
2, and
4
3.
coming out. You had 1, 2, 3. So I think 4 had come out then, like 87, 88, something. Channel 4 had come out.
That time, yeah.
Yeah. And you had to press the buttons, right? And I used to go, my dad put this on a stand on my wall, like in my bedroom. It was like unheard of have a tally in your bedroom then, right? But it was on this stand coming off the wall, and I was only little, so
We've got a guest.
hang on, we got a guest
Good
again,
evening.
have we? Hello.
Oh, we've got a nice guest.
Hey.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that
we
is.
We've got wine.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think we all. I think
Oh,
everybody
well,
loves
that's
wine, don't they?
any kind of wind off.
We can't do it right now because we're actually broadcasting live at the moment. So, unfortunately,
It's all right.
I'll come across to you shortly.
Oh, what a start.
No, it's
worries.
all right. I'll see you in a
See you
minute.
later,
Cheers, fella.
I'll see you in a minute. We get lots of unexpected guests here on Angman.
So
it's always somebody bearing gifts. Have you
wrong with
noticed?
McDonald's, and now wine.
It's always somebody bearing gifts. That looked nice, didn't it? That
Oh,
did look nice.
Dams and wine.
There's a bit of frothing at the mouth from everybody
I'm
there.
about to say, can we just go, well, on a break, can we just go and get 3 glasses and have a drink while we're here?
I can't even
Me and my
remember.
red wine. I love red wine.
Yeah,
I'm not a wine person, I'll be honest.
I'm not, but I'll drink it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. I'll still get it. I don't like it. I'll still have a go.
You'll struggle. Struggle on.
I've lost my train of thought. What were we talking
Television's
about?
on the wall.
We were
Yeah,
on about
television.
my television on the wall. So what I had was a problem that if I wanted to change the channel, it was 6 foot up on the wall, and I'd have to get out of bed, freezing cold, get up, stand on my tiptoes on
I'm
my
about
bed
to
so
say.
I could flick the channels like that. What I ended up doing is I got an old pool cue with a rubber end.
That's just what were in my head.
And
then.
I used to be
A
able,
long stick.
if I
I've
just
done it
leaned
myself.
up like this, I used to be able, boop, boop, and I got really good at pressing the right button. And then I remember when I was about 13, 14, I had a new telly, and it had a fucking remote control.
Oh, that's
and
when you know you've made
to
it.
this day, the remote control
Was
is
it one-
one of my very favourite inventions.
Was
It's mint.
Was it one you plugged in?
No, you didn't. It had batteries.
When they
It had-
first came out, you plugged the remote into the telly with a right long
Wow,
wire
with a
on it.
wire.
A right long wire on it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's old school.
So how is that remote?
So I suppose So I suppose the one with the wires, the remote control, and it's really a radio control one, isn't it? With
Yeah.
when it's wireless. But that takes some beating. It
Yeah.
changed my life having a remote
Fucking
control.
hell.
Hmm.
It really did. I don't. I've got quite a few inventions that changed my life, or I wouldn't be able to live without.
Mm.
Another one, the electric guitar.
Oh, yeah.
The electric guitar. It's brought so much pleasure to my existence.
What brand was it? What your very
My
first
very first one
electric guitar?
was an Encore piece of shit from Argos. No,
Learn to
it
play.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Argos.
It was at the Keys catalogue. At the
Hey,
Keys
pay
catalogue.
weekly.
Yeah, I paid like 78p for about 40 fucking years for this turd guitar. It weighed 1,000,000 tons as well and sounded like a bag of wank. But I was so chuffed with it.
Oh,
It was my first guitar, and
That's
I
a good
loved it.
one.
I loved it.
that's a good one.
I also had a pair of Puma King when I was about 7-year-old. Puma King boots.
Sambas.
Because Maradona wore them, if you remember.
Bastard.
And my dad treated me. My dad bought me a pair of Puma Kings, and they are the greatest football boots ever. That's not up for discussion.
Did you have some when you were playing football in your Sunday league days?
I always wore Puma King. I never wore anything else. Kangaroo leather, mate. Proper.
We could have a good argument about that.
I'm going to say, I think mine would, only because it brings me like the fondest memories in my life, is like gaming consoles. So obviously one of my earliest memories was playing the Sega Mega Drive with my dad in the flat long before my brother and sister were born. And just things like that. And I'd love to like come home from school and my dad would come home from work from like a 12, 15-hour shift. And he'd be absolutely shattered, my dad. But he'd make time to play Sega Mega Drive, Echo the Dolphin, Sonic the Hedgehog, something like that. And I loved that. And ever since then, I've always, well, like Andy knows, I've always been into me gaming. And I have a gaming podcast, which I've sort of neglected the last few months, I'm not going to lie. But
have you I thought you'd still been rocking it, mate.
I am still rocking it, but I just haven't had time recently. But no, I think that would be it for me. And then obviously I've gone on to have PlayStation 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4. And me and my brother absolutely love our gaming. I've never been a bit of a PC gamer. I'm not really into that. It's not my kind of thing. But I tried with my little sister to get her into like playing PlayStation, and she's not bothered. But now kids these days, and I'm sure like your Joey, same Steve-O, he's into like Roblox and Minecraft and Fortnite and
designs his own levels and stuff. Joe does.
Oh no, fair play to him. Like he's I can't do it like that.
You lost me, you know.
Yeah,
I'm technophobic.
We're onto technology.
I've no chance of
technologically tarded like my dad is.
Daryl's just gone to sleep.
I'll tell you what, I bought a soundbar. It won't work. I phoned my mate up, an electrician. He said, have you tried turning it up? I turned the volume up and it fucking worked.
Wow. Oh my God.
That is a new standard of weaponness, that is, Daryl.
Nigel, you look Nigel.
Yeah, Nigel.
I had to phone him up and ask him how to plug it. How do you plug these soundbars in? And he went, how do you put him back at telly? And he said, this little fucking wire hanging off back of it, which goes into your optic thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ogs out.
He said, put that in there, but don't look in it.
The
so what do you do?
Straight away, you have to
look in
it. Of course you do.
Oh, fucking hell, what's that?
Yeah. Don't put your hand in the fire.
Why? That's true, that. I had to phone him up and ask him why it weren't working. And he said, try turning the volume
Literally.
up.
Oh, my God.
That is...
I'm shit.
That's a standard that takes some beating, that is, Daryl.
Is that your greatest invention, Daryl? Soundbars?
No.
We'll let Daryl have a think about it while we rock another tune.
Sounds good.
This is another one that's been sent by the mighty Pete Cole.
Ooh,
Super Pete,
as
he's known around these parts now.
Big shout out to Pete for this season, who's provided 90% of
He's provided
the
music. a lot of music.
Yeah.
He has. So thanks for that, Pete. We're gonna feature David Norgrove. David, I'll read a little bit of blurb about David. What Pete sent me. Many years ago, David Norgrove was an angry young man, inspired by bands like The Jam and The Clash. He started writing songs, joined a band, and enjoyed many years in post-punk land, gigging and recording. Age may have mellowed him, but the spark is still there.
Oh.
Great words. Great words. So we're going to have a quick listen to this. David Norgrove. The song is called Mind Healer. And I'll be honest, I haven't listened to it yet, guys. So this is a new one for me. David is available in all the usual places.
Yes.
That I usually put Liam on the spot to tell us what they are.
Apple Podcasts.
No.
Spotify,
all the usual
YouTube.
places.
Wherever you get your music from, basically.
Yeah, he's there. So David Norgrove, Mind Healer. Let's have a quick listen, boys.
Yeah, let's check it out.
You're my dream, you're my muse, an excuse that I use. My mind healer, my love. All in white, in the sun, hair like silk, baby come. My mind healer, ooh, my love. Whenever I need a point to this life, whenever I need to feel alive, you come to me and whisper, darling. I get ahead, rush, my heart skips a beat. I feel the earth move underneath my feet. Eyes that dance when you speak, pretty voice sounds so sweet. My mind healer, my love. Skin like silk, bathed in the sun, breaking hearts just for fun. My mind healer, oh my love. Whenever I need something to thrill me, I close my eyes and think of you. But I think someday that you'll kill me. I can't get enough of the way you walk and your sugar sweet lips that beguile me when you talk. Alone in my bed when I'm dreaming of summer, you come to me like a force from above. But you're just in my head and I should know better to want for something that I'll never have. I'm too young for someone that I'll never love. Butterfly bell around your waist, pull me so tight just in case. Oh, you kill me, my love. Fingernails painted red drive me wild in my bed. My soul stealer, my love. Whenever I need something to thrill me, I close my eyes and think of you. But I think someday that you'll kill me. Can't get enough of the way you walk and your bittersweet lips that beguile me when you talk. My mind healer, my love, my soul stealer, my love.
That was David Norgrove with Mind Healer here on the Anger Management Podcast with me, Andy Stevenson.
Me, Liam Simcox.
And me, Daryl Sweetman.
It's episode 8.
The final episode of season 1.
We're still here. We're still rocking to some awesome music. I absolutely love that tune. We don't play any crap on this show.
No.
We just don't. That was brilliant. David Norgrove. I love that. It was almost like Mika.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
Really
It was a great,
enjoyed that.
chilled song with a great vibe. I thought Liam was getting cream in his pants when the bass kicked in.
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
Liam's
bass has gone.
did you hear that?
Bass
Oh,
in kitchen.
it was lovely, that was, all that bass. So, David Norgrove, check him out, guys, in all the usual places. That was fantastic.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Yeah, it was a
loved
good
it.
tune, that.
So,
one of my
thank-
favourites so far this
Thanks
season.
for getting in touch, David. That was brilliant. Any more? Send them through.
Yeah.
We'll find time.
We are looking for artists for season 2 of the Anger Management Podcast. So if you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, Anger Management Studios, or on Twitter, Anger Manage Pod.
After me weekend of mad gigs
Yes.
and the fact that I felt a bit buggered on Sunday, I wanted to talk about toughest days at work.
Ooh.
Right? we've all had them. Well, those of us who go work, we've had them.
Or
I know there's
work.
some lazy bastards who've never done a fucking day's work in their life, but most of us go work. I've got one specific week that springs to mind.
Ooh.
It was back in my old company. So my old company I actually sold a couple of years ago. I've mentioned this to you before, Liam. We were a stage production crewing company. So we built productions for big artists all over Britain.
Yeah.
So the one that sticks in my mind the most knackered I've ever been, was we were working for a band called 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar.
I'm sure you've heard of them. And we were doing the UK legs of their tour. So I think there was 8 dates. And we'd been booked on 7 of them. And I had a lad who worked for me called Dean. Dean had been with me for the whole week, and basically this was the working day. We would start the build at 5 a.m. We'd work all day, finish the build, then the gig would start, and we were given what was called the show call. So we would work while the gig was on, so changeovers on the stage, band to band, etc., with the support bands. That would go on till 10. Then we'd start the loadout, which would take till 4, and then we'd have to get to the next venue and then start again at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Jesus
right?
Christ.
We did that for 7 days, right? And the only sleep I had was while the gig was on, while the gig was actually going, I would put ear defenders on and go to sleep on the top of a flight case at the back of the stage, right? And I did that for 7 days. I remember finishing the last one, I was in Nottingham, and the lads were all hanging out their arses, dying. They were so tired. We'd had to swap a few guys out, and different guys had come in. Me and Dean were the only ones who'd carried on all the way through. And we dropped the lads off in Stoke, around the Stoke area. Me and Dean Dean lives just in the next village to me. We were on the way back to finally get some sleep. 10 minutes from home, phone goes. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, phone goes. It's client from Liverpool, right? He says, Steve-O la. Any chance you can get up to the Echo, mate? We've had a crew let us down. I know it's last minute like that, but yeah, I'll pay you double, mate. And I looks at Dean.
And you say my accent's bad.
Dean looks at me, and I'm like, "Come on then, yeah, all right, we'll go." So we went up, and I've never been that fucked in my entire ever. I've never been that tired. By the time I got home, which then was 24 hours later, I'd had, I don't know, 6 hours sleep on a flight case in 8 days.
Jesus
Christ. I was still functioning. I have no idea. I didn't even drink energy drinks, and I must have had 100 of the fucking things. And I mean, I couldn't do it now.
No.
I couldn't do it now.
No.
But that's the most bollock. And don't get me wrong, it was good fun. I loved doing that job. It was great fun. But that's the most fucked. That's the toughest week at work I've ever had. And I've done some proper shifts where I've ended up peeing my pants.
Oh, yeah,
as
we
I've
know.
told you about before, Liam, from V Festival. That was my work there. But I wasn't as tired as I was on that 30 Seconds to Mars tour. That's the most knackered I've ever been. Liam.
I can't say I've ever been in a job
really?
I
fixed a water pipe once.
that is that demanding. Like, only jobs I've ever had in my life.
Have you never done any grafters?
I've
grafting jobs?
No, my first job was a waiter at 16. Then I worked.
That involves a bit of graft waiting on, does?
Then I ended up working for some Freemasons, and that were like working
For
for
what?
Freemasons. Yeah, exactly. You know, secret handshake and all that bollocks.
Doing what?
Like
a young lad going into one of the lodges.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit sketchy to me. That
It was a fucking horrible place. I'd never go back there again. And then what else?
You can tell us what really happened later.
Yeah, well, off air. Show me where he touched you, my son. Apart from that, I helped people get into employment, and then I went into work in a warehouse, and then I went to work.
They work in a warehouse? That's proper graft.
Well, it was fucking.
You hadn't managed to get yourself in the only warehouse in the world where you sat on your arse somehow, had you?
Oh no. Well,
You were sitting on your arse, weren't you?
No, it was standing, doing basically packing sugar into boxes, putting it through taper, putting it on a pallet, and back. And I did that all day. And I got a break every 40 minutes for 20 minutes. So
really?
Yeah, it weren't exactly
every 40 minutes for 20 minutes.
Every 40 minutes, I'd get a 20-minute break.
That's insane.
And it was
So I do 8 days and nights with
great.
no time off at all, and you get 20 minutes in every hour.
Apart from
Nuts.
that was working on a line. So obviously, like, these fucking bum mixers that you see, Thomas the Tank Engine and all that bollocks. And obviously, you've got different ingredients, and I've got to fill all these different sections for these ingredients and keep cardboard carton, make it topped up and everything like that. And I'm going back and forth. And I'll get knackered, but never to the length of you've gone for like 6 hours sleeping 5 days now.
It was grim.
I've been quite lucky, to be fair. But
Daryl, you've got a bit more experience than us in life.
I think the worst job, and probably it was bloody horrible, basically. I'm a joiner by trade, and I was working for a company. I got made redundant. And obviously, you've got a mortgage to pay, you've got bills to pay. So I took the first job that came out because.
Yeah, you've just got to do what you've got to do.
You've got to pay your bills and what have you. And I went working for this company, 3663 it were called, in Oldham. And they used to supply restaurants with frozen food and what have you, and produce for the restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get this job. I went over. Did you take any fucker on? It's one of them places.
No, you wouldn't even have you, Liam.
Yeah, cheers.
No, I don't know about that.
Oh.
No, one of them places will employ anybody.
Yeah.
Because they need people, basically.
That's what my old company that I owned. That's basically what we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
can you see straight? Yeah. Right, you're in.
So I got this job at this 3663. Basically, it was a warehouse full of food, picking. To go around the warehouse picking.
Yeah. Picking orders.
You get on your little fucking machine, one of these, one of them ones. But they said, I'll be working in the freezer.
Ooh.
Nippy.
I know where this is going.
I had to wear a full fucking thermal suit.
Right.
Fucking hell.
Like he's been at Chernobyl.
Fucking big old like that. And
like he's got COVID.
yeah. Well, yeah. I look like a fucking Michelin man. I had to dress, and put insulated boots on and fucking gloves and everything. You couldn't move. You couldn't, you're like walking around like a bleeding zombie. Phone zombie. So I get us this job working at minus 35 in this fucking warehouse.
That's almost as cold as Vale Park.
Yeah. Not quite. Well, Boundary Park's colder. If you've ever been.
I have. Yeah. It is a cold old.
Oh, yeah. Substation 0. Yeah, so I was working in this freezer, basically. This fucking massive freezer. Picking frozen food. So you're lifting up frozen food as well as being fucking frozen
as well
anyway.
as actually being frozen yourself.
It was bloody awful.
It even sounds terrible just telling us about that.
It was bloody, honest, it was horrible. And I remember the day I left, I loved it. I'd been for an interview with this company. It's when I kind of changed careers. I was a joiner, then I went into transportation. It was for a distribution but supervisor.
Yeah.
Like stationary company.
Yeah.
But you'd be over the drive. So I went for that job. I don't know how I got it because I didn't have any experience before in that shit. So anyway.
Blagging, mate. It's all about
that's
blagged my way.
Baffling with bullshit.
So I got this job. And I was meant to start, it was a bank holiday weekend. Can't remember which one, but I was starting the following Monday after the bank holiday on this new job. And this bank holiday weekend, and it's when Oldham were good in the 90s.
Back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, Oldham and Vale were good at the same time in the 90s. I mentioned the 90s, yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah, but you weren't as good as us then, because we were in
you were in the old First Division, if I remember. Oldham
we won the old First Division.
Yeah.
And we're inaugural members of the Premier League.
Yeah, you were.
So anyway,
I had Oldham in my Panini sticker album. That's why I remember.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Panini.
92. Yeah.
Good pizzas them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I digress. Right. It was a bank holiday weekend, and every weekend they'd pick somebody to do emergency picking, and they'd tell you on the fucking Saturday morning.
Cheers.
Right. Your Saturday morning were overtime. So you're going to do overtime because you've got bills to pay.
Yeah, I get it.
And they tell you on the Saturday morning it's your turn to do the emergency picking for the pubs that might run out of things.
Regardless if you've got plans or anything like that.
Yeah, it's your turn to do it. I said,
oh my God.
Knowing that I was starting this other job a week later, I said, I ain't fucking doing it. He said, what do you mean? Oldham, it was a big game we're playing. I can't remember which one it were, and I weren't going to fucking miss it. I was not missing it. And he says, it's your turn to do picky. I said, no. He said, yeah, you have to do it or I'll sack you. I said, well, I'll tell you what, you can't sack me. He said, why not? I said, stick your fucking job up your ass.
Yes.
And I walked straight out. All right, I had a week free, but I knew this other job with her, and I just told him to stick his fucking job up his ass.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it,
brilliant.
It is a nice feeling.
Football, loved it.
I worked once, I think I was 16, and I'd got a job at, what was the place called? I think it was called Kerrygold. They make like cheese and butter.
Yeah.
Big factory in Leek. And I turned up. I knew it was going to be bad straight from the off. I turned up and I had long hair, Daryl. Proper long
Believe it or not, Daryl, he did have
proper long blonde hair down here.
I heard it on the podcast to listen to. Get on with it.
Proper. And I turned up. And the woman doing me little introduction thing, she says, you've got to wear a hairnet. She's bad enough. I was like, fuck's sake. Walk into the little changing area. And she says, oh dear, we haven't got any blue ones left. I have to have a pink one.
Oh, no.
So I stick this pink hairnet on.
Oh, Andy.
Pink hairnet, right.
Get you.
And I get, me training consisted of... go stand over there and he'll show you what to do on that line. Right, that was me training.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh la la.
This is the 90s. So I went across to this line, and my job consisted. Cheese came down this conveyor belt, and I had to take the blocks of cheese off the conveyor belt, turn around and put them on another conveyor belt that had like a wrapper thing on it. I don't mean like 2-pack. I mean like a wrapper. You know what I mean?
Dr. Dre.
Got 2-pack, giving it some on the line. California.
I've got a similar one to that.
So I sat there, stood there, I had to stand up. And I thought, this is so grim. Like 2 minutes into it, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to throw myself in that machine. So I thought, right, past the time, there's a bloke working opposite me, the other side of the line. So me being me, all right, mate. And he looks at me, and in his eyes, I could see he was a can of Tennant super straight away.
Oh, yeah.
He was a special brew. Instant. Just
brew.
how he looked at me. I was like, oh, God, here we go. I was like, you're all right, are you, mate? He was like...
glaring at you.
Looking at these glazed over eyes. And I thought, at first, I was like, is he on drugs or something? And then I just realised he was a lifer.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
He was about my age, what I am now, probably about 40. And I says, you've been here long, have you, mate? He says, 33 years, man and boy.
Oh,
fucking
no.
And
I
actually think he thought I meant, like, how long have you been on the planet? Not how long have you been, like, working here. He was just... And I tried to talk to him, and he was just
spaced out.
But he loved the company. He loved it. It was like his dream position for being on this line. He'd never moved 30 years or something. He'd never worked his way up or gone on another line or anything. That was what he did.
He's just done this one job on this one line for 30 years.
So
did he get free butter?
No, did a fuck out free nothing. So it was 12-hour shifts. So I did 6 hours without a break. Because again, back then they didn't give you breaks. They did stuff like fairness and equality just didn't exist.
Well, we had breaks in that freezer. It took long to get my fucking suit off and have my break.
Off, yeah.
What the point?
So I finishes for me dinner break. You got to remember, I've been manhandling cheese for 6 hours. Right?
Everyone's good at that.
I am mowed up in fucking cheese. It's everywhere. Right? I'm covered in cheese.
Yummy.
So I go to the canteen and I'm like, everything smells a bit cheesy round here.
You know about
So
Daryl.
So I walked up to the counter and there's an old Sharon.
Oh,
There's an old Sharon,
Sharon.
behind the counter.
This
like,
is a first.
Dinner lady Sharon.
Oh, okay.
So I looked up and down the available options, and you've got cheesy Breville, You got cheese on toast.
Oh.
You got cheesy beans. You got cheese pie. You've got
chips.
cheesy chip.
Cheesy dick.
I'm looking up now, and I remember turning to Sharon,
Sorry.
and I'm so pissed off at this point. 16 years old, stuck in a cheese factory,
Oh, no.
and I says, "Excuse me, Sharon." She says, "Yeah, stuck."
How's it go?
They've always got that. They've always got
Yeah.
that wise and old jam jar glasses. Don't have to tell you.
Oh dear.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like Ross off
Yes,
Monsters
yes,
Inc.
Doc. I says, have you by any chance got anything that's not cheese? And she went, "Oh, love, this is a cheese factory, you know."
No shit.
And I just went, "I'll see you later." And I took my hairnet off and I walked out the building and I never ever fucking went anywhere near it ever again. I
Oh.
never went back. It was that grim. That's probably the shittest job I've ever
Ooh,
had.
I've got one.
Oh,
I've got
hang
one.
on.
I've had a brain fart.
Go on, Liam.
Obviously, we got made redundant at the warehouse, and this was between warehouse job and working for the water board, which I currently still do. And it was
Loves it.
It was in a warehouse.
He's like that bloke I work with at
Yeah,
the cheese factory.
With his
Liam
water
is.
divider.
Yeah.
Where's that leak?
Where's it gone?
30 years, man and boy.
Found the leak this week.
Nearly 30. 30 in January. Can't wait. No, it was working in a shed factory, building
working in a
building
shed.
sheds.
Building
sheds. Right. And then
Right.
obviously, and it was just awful. There was no breaks. You get treated like shit. And the one guy, and he had a fucking a nail gun, and he were messing about with it, like waving it all about, and he'd fucked about with it, and he was just firing nails everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. And obviously, I was only about 20 at the time, and I thought, fuck this. I'm not, And I went to manager, and I says, look, I don't want to do this anymore. And he was like, oh, what is it that you don't like? He explained to me, went, well, I weren't there, so I can't really verify if it happened or not. And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. I says, oh, I say, this isn't for me, then this isn't for me. I said, I'm going to go. He says, how many hours have you done today? And I'm like, you're the manager. You should know this.
Tell me,
I could have said anything. I could have said,
112.
I've been here 20 weeks, and he said, I says, oh, I've just done 8 hours. He says, well, I'm going to have to tax you. I thought, what, for 8 hours work? And I'm not kidding. You had to put your boots on and your trainers, and I took them with me, and I thought, I got in my car, took my boots off, and I just drove home in my socks. I thought, I just wanted to get home. I never went back to that place again. I thought, fuck this. And it was horrible.
Isn't it such a relief, though, when you get away from a shit job like that?
Yeah. And there's people there that love it, though. And I'm like, who are these people?
Lifers, mate, I'm telling you.
Fucking special brews.
Lifers.
I have one similar to you with the fucking cheese factory. Monotonous. One of the very first jobs I had was in a wallpaper production factory. Glyn and Webb's in Oldham. Used to make wallpaper.
Yeah.
And my job was standing there at this fucking thing, big roller, what rolls all the fucking wallpaper on, pressing the button. This machine takes that fucking one off, press the button again, and that were it.
Yeah, that's
wow.
literally
fucking
everything that you have to do for your job.
I think I did about 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just walked out.
Just
Well,
go
in them days, you could walk out of one and straight
and
into
get another job.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. Back in the day.
Yeah.
We're going to have another song, lads.
Sounds good.
I was sent this song by Pete Mack, and a little bit of blurb about Pete. Pete Mack is the lead singer, guitarist, and songwriter of Irish-based alternative rock grunge outfit Paradox. Not your typical singer-songwriter, Pete Mack has branched out from his band Paradox, taking his alternate melodies and musical frustrations to his acoustic guitar.
Different.
Yeah. So this song is called Escape. It's not the Pina Colada song. I don't think. Anyway.
Pina colada.
So you
Making
can...
love in the rain.
There it is. There it is.
So on.
Sharon.
We're all getting involved now.
They're here tonight, live on the Anger Management Podcast.
So we're going to check out Pete Mack and his song Escape. You can listen to him in all the usual places. Check him out. And we'll be back in a sec. Let's have a listen, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
By Pete Mack here on the Anger Management Podcast with me, Andy Stevenson.
Me, Liam Simcox.
And me, Daryl Sweetman.
Oh, we've got dodgy Luke voices coming. Brilliant.
It's a sex handsome bastard, Daryl Sweetman.
There we go. I'm just kicking the mic around.
I know
as
it's
well.
wrecking studio already.
Wrecking the studio. So, that was Escape by Pete Mack. overtones of Nine Inch Nails for me.
Yeah,
there.
different to what we've had on before. On the Anger
Liam
Management
mentioned
podcast.
sort of early Foo Fighters a
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
Dave Grohl, like Nirvana sort of thing.
Cracking tune as always here on the Anger Management podcast. We are after, as mentioned earlier, more artists to be featured in season 2. Liam, where can people reach us?
Yes, you can find us on all the usual places on social media. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, Anger Management Studios, or you can find us on Twitter, Anger Manage Pod. Just send us a DM, get in touch with us one way or another, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Liam, we had a Graham poll.
Yes,
last
we
week.
did. Yes.
Do you have the results?
I do have the results.
At hand? We in our serious segment last week, we decided to ask a very, very simple question of our listeners and viewers. And that question was, Lockdown 4, is it going to happen?
What do you think, Daryl, before we reveal the results?
Lockdown for no, I don't think so.
Daryl's a no.
I don't think the people will stand for another lockdown.
I
That's a
don't
good
think
point.
it'll make any difference
That's
if
a
we
good
stand
point.
for it. I think they'll do it anyway.
Yep. Well, I can reveal.
What was your choice, Liam, by the way?
Oh, sorry. My choice was no. I
Okay.
hope not. I'm
So two
hoping not.
no's
No,
and a
but I'm
yes.
going to stick with no.
What did the great British public have to
Yes.
say about this one,
The
Liam?
public and Anger Management Podcast listeners have been voting, and with 60%, it's a tight one again.
We're tight.
Tight. No, people think there will not be a fourth lockdown.
Eternal optimism.
I like it.
Good on you, people. And
Yeah.
I hope that you are right. And I am wrong about this one. Never, ever will I have been more glad to be fucking wrong,
Fight the power.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're not having a Graham poll this week because it is the last episode of season 1.
Yes.
So unless you sort of want to vote for it for the next however long.
Yeah.
So no, we're not bothering this time. We're gonna leave it out and think of some new Grahams.
Yeah, of
ready
course.
for next
Get
season.
some ready for next season, yeah. Season 2 coming after a month break that we're going to have.
Pretty soon. Pretty
Yeah,
soon.
pretty
Won't
soon.
Be long.
Yeah, it won't be
You'll
long.
survive.
Yeah,
just
I'm
about.
sure. I'm sure.
Daryl.
What?
What?
What? Facebook obituaries.
Yes.
This is what you wanted to talk about. Please explain to listeners what a Facebook obituary is and what fucking pisses you off about it.
Fucking everything. Anyway, Facebook obituaries, yeah? You're scrolling through your Facebook like everybody does, and you see Dave Smith.
Dave Smith is somebody that we use on this podcast regularly.
Well, I don't know
He's
him.
Sharon's husband.
Yes.
Right. Well, Sharon were dead then. You get, it's been 38 years since you died. I miss you every day. Fucking get over it. Every day you miss her. 38 years ago, fuck off.
It's a tough stance.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a tough stance.
This what really winds me up. So one day I thought, right, bollocks to him. And Liam knows my sense of humour. So I put on, my friend Will died. If he'd have been alive today, he'd have been 465 years old. And I'm not kidding you.
Did you get some
People
shit?
came on and said, oh, sorry to hear that.
Really?
Really? I'm
Wait
really
for
sorry.
it,
And then
Steve-O.
Really?
Wait
I
for
was
it.
waiting for the one person to say, Will who? And this guy comes, who was Will? And I put, William fucking Shakespeare. But people came on and said, I'm so sorry to hear that. 465 fucking years.
Wow.
Like as if I knew him.
Wow.
Honestly. But you see him.
Imagine that.
My granddad died 95 years ago. If you were alive today, she'd have been 138. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally. I'm on board with the people who've lost someone in the last 5 or 10 years. I
Yeah,
get it.
recently. Fair enough.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've even seen the ones who put an obituary up to people who they never knew. So people like family members, like the great grandparents who they never knew, who died 15 years before they were born.
That's a bit
And it'll
weird.
be my great grandma would have been like 174
85.
today. And I sit there and I do the math and I'm like, but you'd have been like minus 31.
Yeah.
So So all you're doing here, it boils back to what we always say. So basically what you mean is, give me some attention.
Yeah, basically.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Social media.
I have one guy on my Facebook who will remain nameless.
Dave Smith.
Sugar Mill.
Yeah,
Sugar Mill Dave.
Sharon's boyfriend. He comes on Facebook, like attention seeking, like you say, every week or two. I've had enough, I'm fed up, blah, 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 blah. And then you get like 300 messages. Are you okay,
What's up,
mate?
What's up, pal?
Are you okay? What's up?
Stay
Phone
strong.
Me, message me. But never once does he reply to any of them fucking messages. Never once. And this is true.
Because
he's
real mates had just put, cheer up, you fucking miserable cunt.
Or ring him or whatever. Won't put it on Facebook.
You come in the pub. Yeah, you'd actually ring him and say, you come in the pub.
Stop being a dick. Come on. We'll go for a pint.
I always think real problems aren't aired on Facebook.
No,
exactly.
I agree.
That's what annoys me as well. You should put personal shit on there.
Real
Facebook's for fucking about on.
Something that's a real problem isn't dealt with via social media, is it? It's dealt with via real friends and real family.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm a stickler. I put all kinds of fucking nonsense on Facebook, but it's always with a bit of a rant or a bit of a twist or a bit of something that I'm trying to get a laugh out of.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. Any actual problems that I've got, I don't want to solve them on Facebook. No. I want to solve them with my family.
Yeah, but
and
Sharon's
friends.
not going to give you your answers there this
year. Of course she's
not. Fucking
Sharon.
The best one I put on was a reply to all these fucking. My grandma's 365 years old. The best one I put on was, if my grandma were alive now, she'd fucking stink. And it's true. I can say that without any. I never knew all my family because I've been in care all my life, but won't go there. So I can say that, so it don't make a fucking difference to me.
Yeah.
But I just put it on just to piss them off. What do you mean she'd stink? Fucking get a life.
Getting a rise on social media.
Yeah, bloody hell.
I wanted to ask you guys, I was thinking of a very specific moment in my life. I drove past this place. In fact, I rode past it on my push bike with Litlin last year. And it got me thinking about this. I wanted to ask you, what's the most ridiculous situation you've ever found yourself? Where you've been in a situation and gone, how have I ended up here? How am I in this predicament? Or how have this set of circumstances arisen? How have I got here?
I'm going to say you'll have to come back to me on this. I'll have to think about this.
I'll tell you the one that I was thinking of. So when we were about, I don't know, 15, 16, we decided that we were all going to have a session, as you do, an illegal session. We don't promote underage drinking.
No, we don't.
On this show.
No.
But let's be honest, everybody does it.
Basically.
Right?
Never.
Let's
Never, Daryl.
All right, Daryl.
Shut up, Daryl.
Daryl underage drank for him and his mates.
Yeah.
So we'd had a session, proper session. And we were only kids. And I remember, last thing I can remember is we decided that we were going to walk up the old railway in Cheadle. Railway track isn't there anymore, but obviously the embankments and that there. And you go off into the middle of nowhere, through the wood, middle of nowhere. And I remember sitting there with my mates, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, smashed, having a right laugh, singing songs round a fire we'd made. Anyway, next thing I remember.
Oh, God.
I opened my eyes. Like it. Open my eyes. And there's this
What the fuck?
sound, right?
What the fuck?
I'm trying to open my eyes, and my eyes are like, you know, your eyes are always welded together in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah.
and get my eyes open, and I'm lying flat on my back.
Eddie.
I know.
Completely naked,
Right.
in a field, long grass field, right? Completely naked.
I'm thinking this could go two
With a-
ways right now.
With a cow
Yeah.
licking my face. Right?
Oh,
Wasn't quite licking me ouds.
Oh.
Wasn't licking me member. Licking me face.
You chap.
It was middle of summer, luckily, so it wasn't cold or anything. And I opened my eyes, and there I was. And I always remember I sat up like in this little meadow. I sat up and no further away than you guys are from me, there was an old chap walking his dog. Just walking his dog up this path. And I saw him butt naked with his cow licking me. And he looks at me and he just went, "All right, mate."
What you do?
And I went, yeah, I'm all right, mate. I don't know where I am. And he says, "He'll be all right getting back there, won't you?" And he nods to the side, and there's a little girl's push bike next to me, just there. A little like, you know, like a 10-year-old little kid, like with the V bar rather than the straight bar like girls' bikes are, and it's just there next to me in this field. So I'm butt naked, cow licking my face, bloke walking dog. And I've from somewhere acquired a child's push bike.
Where'd your clothes gone?
Mate, I have no idea. Couldn't find any of them. And I had to ride back. Down the railway path, butt naked, right? I had nothing on at all. On a child's push bike, right?
No.
Back into Cheadle, back onto the estate and round. Managed to get back to my old dear's house and get in without... I mean, people must have seen me, but my old dear didn't see me. But yeah.
Did you never find out where your clothes went?
No. Don't know what.
To this day?
Happened. No idea to this day. Never found any of them. No clue.
Wow.
Don't know what.
Did
happened.
you return the bike or did you?
I don't know where I got it from. I just left. Yeah, okay. I left it at the end of the street. Nope, somebody discovered it. It wasn't there when I went the next day. The bike had gone. So I'm hoping.
Had you been abducted by aliens?
Quite possibly. That's another story. I actually do believe I've been abducted by aliens. Do you want me to tell you the story?
No.
Go on, Andy.
I know you might laugh at me here, right?
And we'll laugh at you, don't worry.
I'm not really an alien, but even though I love sci-fi, I'm not really a believer in aliens have visited Earth. But I will tell you this story. So, when I came out of hospital after my bad accident when I was 19, I came out of hospital when I was 20, and I was on morphine and a lot of drugs. Couldn't walk, all the rest of it.
Did you put it on Facebook?
No, Facebook didn't exist then, mate. This is 1999.
You'd have got some attention.
Yeah, I would. So I got loads of scars. I think Liam's seen.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Before.
Yeah.
And I had a little scar here on my chest, about half the size of your fingernail. That's all. Yeah. Right, just here. And I had this. I never knew why. I used to think it was a bit of the glass that I'd fell through when I went through the roof had maybe cut me or something, chest, whatever. And it was quite noticeable, this little scar was. Anyway, I had this 7 years. So 7 years later, I'd bought the house I live in and that by then, and I'd pretty much recovered by then. I'd still had to have a few operations and that, but pretty much recovered. Obviously not on the morphine or anything like that anymore. And I woke up one morning, the scar had gone.
What? Just gone?
Had gone. Completely and utterly gone. And it's not there anymore, right? Overnight. And this is a noticeable scar, right?
Did you take a photo of it or anything like that?
No, why would you take a photo of it? It was just a little crap. It's not like this massive one here that's actually impressive, right? So,
was it a dry bogey that fell out your nose?
I mean, it could have
for
been
7 years.
Been anything. Yeah, I hadn't had a bath for 7 years. You're just crusty on my chest. But
they dry hard.
I used to get these terrible night paralysis things where I used to lie there awake, but I couldn't open my eyes. And this is when I was really ill still. And I couldn't open my eyes, but I was aware of somebody in the room with me. And then all of a sudden, the presence would disappear, and then I'd be able to open my eyes again, and it was proper freaky. And this went on for years. But I put it down to the fact that I was on all the medication, and my brain really wasn't great at that time. When I came out of hospital, I'd convinced myself that everyone I knew had been kidnapped and replaced with replica people, right?
You've been watching Body Snatchers.
Yeah, all stuff like that. I was convinced of it, mate. Because I was on so much medication and I was really not well. And I'd convinced myself of it for a couple of years. But then this scar was still here when I was okay again. So like 7 years later, and I never thought anything of it. And then I woke up one morning and it had gone.
That's fucking
gone,
weird.
just gone.
That's
not
weird.
faded, gone,
Gone.
completely. Was it a microchip?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it? Yeah. Did it tie in with my night terrors?
Did Mulder and Scully turn up?
Or was I just a weird vegetable who didn't know what was going on and on too many
last
drugs?
option, probably.
Yeah.
That's a
what
weird one.
That's what most people say.
That's a weird one.
Very, very strange.
That's strange.
Very strange. So going back to jobs that we were talking about earlier, I also wanted to ask you guys, conman jobs, right?
Ooh.
Conman jobs.
Are we going to get back to weird predicaments?
If you've got one for us, Daryl,
No, it's just
absolutely.
Well, it was weird at the time. I just didn't know where it came from. When I was in hospital last year, and I didn't put it on Facebook.
No, it didn't. No. Praying for Daryl.
No, I had a stroke last year, basically.
like a wank.
No, it was a bit of a quicker than
a real stroke.
A real stroke,
Oof.
yeah.
Grim.
My second one, but anyway. So I was in the hospital, and luckily it wasn't a big stroke, as you can see. I'm pretty much all right.
Not mentally.
No, I'm not mentioning it. I'm not mentioning it.
They're all concerns, Daryl.
Yeah.
They're all concerns, mate. I spoke to your GP before you came on, and he said there were some issues. If we treated you, if we were just light on you, then you'd be okay.
I am
So
not
we
an
start
animal.
twitching, run.
Yeah. I'm a human being.
Anyway,
Daryl, sorry.
I was in the hospital. I was all in for the night. Doctors checked me out. Oh, was it? No, it was when I had my heart attack. Sorry. And I went down for a
heart attack, not a stroke.
Well, I've had 2 heart attacks and 2 strokes.
He's a ticking time bomb, Andy.
Yeah,
I wondered why that scythe was over your head, Daryl. I just thought it was an ornament.
Today of all day, I wear a black hooded cloak.
My mate Grim.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Proper grim.
let's not dwell on that.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, let's. Go on, that's not.
Go on.
But I was in hospital. It was when I had my heart attack.
Yeah.
And I went down and I had another stent fitted because of the second. The first heart attack, I had 2 stents fitted. This one, I had to have a 3rd.
Yeah.
So they went there for the procedure, had it all done. That. But it takes it out of you a bit. It's not a massive operation. They're going through your wrist and.
Yeah.
But it's not a massive operation, but it does affect you.
Yeah.
So when I got back to my bed, I was laid on bed, trying to get some rest, just trying to sleep and rest and chill. And all I could hear was this woman across the way talking to this old guy, obviously a dad or whatever, or granddad or whatever. But she was the loudest fucking woman I'd ever heard in my life.
Sharon.
Probably.
Her mum.
Hospital Sharon.
Yeah, her
Karen.
mum. And she's like, I'm sorry about that. She's going on with herself. And I just sat up and it says, excuse me, love. I was thinking, just thought, keep it down a bit. I'm trying to get some sleep. And she said, well, he's deaf, you know, and I have to shout. I said, well, he's not that fucking deaf because I was talking to him 10 minutes ago and he heard every word I said from my bed to his fucking bed. Well, he is deaf. So they fucked off to their room.
Right.
Off they went to their room. So I thank God.
Yeah. Bit of peace.
Got my head down for an hour. And the wife came and Lauren came up, wife's daughter. Sat talking to me. And this old guy, he must have been, he were a proper coffin dodger.
Mm-hmm.
Proper. You could tell he weren't. He must have been 90 or whatever he were old. And he comes over. Well, they were taking him home. That's what they come to pick him up.
Shipping him out.
Yeah.
Your time has
so
come.
he come walking back into the room. He'd forgot his walking stick. So I'm sat on side of bed talking to wife, talking to Lauren. I tell him how I'm feeling, general shit.
Yeah.
And he comes over to my bed and he says, do you know what? If I were 30 years younger, I'd wrap this fucking stick round your head. You're a woman hater.
What?
To you?
Yeah.
He says this to you?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'd asked his wife, or daughter, to be quiet.
Ah, right, you
So
bastard.
I'm a woman hater.
Oh.
Sooner or later, you'll be a He-Man woman hater.
He's going to get cancelled next.
You bastard, Daryl.
Yeah, well, yeah. So my reply was, if you were 30 years younger, you're my age, and I'd kick fucking shit out of you.
Yeah, that would be fair. Scrap that, wouldn't it?
And anyway, off he went, walking off. But the sister came round to it and said, I believe I had a bit of an argument with this, whatever he'll call. I said, yeah, just taking it all. It's a silly old fool. But she said, well, we've had a lot of trouble with him and his family as well while he's been here. So obviously they were
renowned for it.
Yeah.
But fucking hell.
Seasoned grumblers.
Yeah.
It was like I was just sat on the bed and said, have I just heard that right? You know, when you just think...
If they are listening to the Anger Management podcast, please get in touch and we'll gladly have you on.
Yeah.
We'll get your side of the story and then we'll have some kind of face-off.
And if your dad's still fucking alive, tell him bring his stick.
Yeah.
We'll take it to Oprah.
Yeah. But it was just... What he said to me, I was shocked what he said. I thought...
You don't expect it
No.
from
Where
a
does that come
person of
from?
advanced age, do you? You expect
No.
them all to be like old and kind and giving out Werther's original, don't you?
Yeah.
But they're not. Some of them are absolute twats. Because they were probably
idiots.
twats when they were young as well. They just become old twats.
Or patting your own arse. Or is that just me?
That's just you, mate.
That's just me.
That's just you.
Is it always about sex with him?
All the time.
Fucking hell.
I'm not.
On his brain, mate. On his brain.
Yeah, that was a strange predicament, if you like.
Happening. I wanted to ask you guys about con man jobs.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I've got two that might be controversial here, right? One of them, I don't believe it's really a con man job, but I believe I could con my way for at least 6 months at this job before anyone knew. Maybe I'd have to do a couple of weeks research first, but I think I could con my way for 6 months before anyone went, hang on a minute, you don't know
You're
what
not
you're
meant
doing
to be here. What are you doing?
And it's a GP.
Oh, I know what mine
It's
is.
a GP because I'll say this, right? You go your GP, the younger ones particularly, just look it up on Google, right? And every single time you've got anything other than a sniffle, right, they refer you to a specialist, right? So all I'd need is a list of which body parts and ailments go to which specialist, right? I'd need another list of which minor injuries and sniffles and headaches and stuff have which medication, right? Which I could just look up on my chart.
Yeah.
And then I'd just say, if your arm hasn't reattached itself in the next 4 weeks,
Come back.
make another appointment
Yeah.
and I'll refer you to a specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Madness. Please tell me. GPs, pretty much legal drug dealers.
Well,
That's what I'm going to say. That's
yeah.
what they are.
Online GPs.
Well,
I've got a tale about that.
I've never used online GPs.
No, I've never used them. I know somebody who did. I know names would be not spoken.
Dr. Sugarmill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Online GPs.
Tell us, Daryl.
Phones up, and wife will be watching. She'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This guy we know, phones on the computer, on Google. He's got something wrong with him. I won't say what because I'll give the game away and who it is or whatever.
Can of worms.
Yeah.
We're not going there.
No. Anyway, so he's online to this fucking doctor, right? He's asking questions. This guy, obviously, on the other end, Googling.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what
telling
you've
him
got.
what the answer is. Paying £30 a fucking question.
Wow.
£30 per question.
Lucrative.
That is fucking proper con, man, because they don't know who the fuck you are. They can't see you. They're just paying you.
Proper conning. You could be
That is
anyone.
proper
Am
con.
I right
And
to
that's
ask-
a true story.
Am I right to ask you any question? Yes, that'll be £30.
£30, please, mate. I've got one for you, lads, that is, without doubt, in my opinion, the best con man job in the world because there is no way of ever proving that the person is a con man, right? You can't prove it one way or the other, right? Priest. Or religious leader of any kind, because
I'm going down that road.
Right? No. I've got nothing. I've known some cool priests over the years. Don't get me wrong. I've known one particular one from school who's now in prison.
Anyway,
that was my priest.
Anyway. Moving on.
So I ask you this, right? So it's as simple as this, right? So I sit there right now and I go, right, I ain't got a job, need a new career. There'd be a priest.
Get to fancy dress shop.
So I go knock on the local church, right? Hi, Father. All right, mate.
Have you sinned?
Yeah. What can I do for
prison?
you? What can I do for you, mate? Last night, the angel Gabriel appeared to me and told me that I've got to dedicate my life to the church and being a priest. Now the priest can't go, fuck off, bollocks, did he?
Because it came to me.
Because that's what you did. Right? Right? Nah, he did. You fucking full of shit you are, mate. That never happened, did it? Oh, but happened to you, though, did it, Father?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
All right, okay.
How the hell? So the church can't possibly go, no, you're full of shit. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
You're just after a job and a free house, aren't you? And a good wage for doing fuck all, right? No. Seriously, God spoke to me last night. I'm telling you, that's how we went down. I was in bed. God turned up. I gave his beard a trim.
Yeah.
You know, we had a chat.
Got stuck then.
And he's told me that's what I've got to do, right? So I ask you this, right? So your priest or your religious leader, your imam or whoever it may be, right? Whatever religion you are, how do you know that he or she isn't completely pulling the fucking wool over your eyes?
Oh.
Please, how do you know? How do you know?
Don't.
Because it's completely based upon faith.
Yeah.
And you're taking your priest or your religious leader at their word.
Yeah, you've got to
right?
take their word
There's
for it,
no
haven't you?
way
No.
that they can prove that what they're doing isn't an absolute fucking con. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure most priests believe in their religion.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
of
but
course.
there must be religious leaders
Someone's
who are
exploited
doing it
that.
for a fucking jolly and a
Got
free
to be,
ride.
got
There
to
must
be.
be. And we can never, ever prove otherwise.
No.
So it's the perfect con man job.
I don't know. One for me
Huh?
would be, and it's going to sound dead easy, but ice at festivals. Selling ice at festivals and gigs and stuff like that. Because how many times have you bought a beer for like a $5 for a bottle of, I don't know, Budweiser
If you just
or
kept
whatever?
your drinks in the fridge, Liam.
Yeah, no, but
right?
like,
And
yeah.
you wouldn't need any ice, mate.
I mean, at gigs and
Just
stuff
saying.
like that, people, you know, they just sell you fucking piss warm fucking beer. And it's like, oh, I've got this beer and I've paid £5 for it, and it's like drinking piss basically. Oh, I'll get some ice. What's that? £5 for some ice? Oh, you know, it takes cards, takes notes, take everything. And that for me, that is a con man job. You could make ice, and honestly, it's like selling snow to Eskimos.
Speaking of ice, you remember when I went to Bargain Booze near your house that Saturday night?
Yes.
But I had to buy a bag of ice because we're having lemonade. Oh, JD.
Yeah, JD and lemonade, of course.
And it said premium ice.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Rather than bog standard ice.
Yeah,
Yeah, what does it mean?
What is premium ice?
Ice
no
is
idea,
ice.
mate. No idea.
Fucking
That's just bollocks.
It were made in a lab.
Yeah, it's had on it premium ice.
Premium
I'm like,
ice sold by your local priest.
Yeah.
Absolute bollocks. We're having another song, boys. The final song of the evening. I was sent this song by a band called Petal Falls. I haven't really got much info. Their bio is simply the Petal Falls. Let the music do the talking. It's almost like a.
It's like a come and get me sort of. We'll let the music do the talking. We don't need to big
It's
ourselves
like a no
up.
likey, no likey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let the music
Let the music.
do the talk. You can do it in your voice as well.
No
Liam.
like it, no like it.
There you go. Let the music do the talking.
Single man, reveal yourself.
I've had a listen to this song. It's really good. The Petal Falls. These guys have been plugging us this week as well.
Yes, they
so
have.
thanks, dudes.
Yeah,
we
cheers,
really
guys.
appreciate it. I've actually got the full album that they've sent us, so we've got quite a lot of songs. We'll probably play a couple more in season 2. We're going to start with the first track on the album that they've sent to us, which is called "A Man in Chains." This is the Petal Falls. Let's check them out, boys.
Let our love
That was the Petal Falls, a man in chains, here on the Anger Management Podcast with me, Andy Stevenson.
Me, Liam Simcox.
And me, Daryl Sweetman.
It's the last segment of the last show of season 1.
No, I can't. Honestly, it's been amazing. The first, I just want to say, obviously, before we go any further, massive thank you to everyone that's got in touch. Obviously, some of the music that we've supplied on the podcast has been fantastic. I think you'll agree, Andy, as well.
It has. The Petal Falls, then, that was a brilliant tune.
Yeah.
I think In Excess,
yeah.
you said, Liam.
Yeah.
Very 80s. I thought I was playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
Driving along with the radio on.
No,
That's
great.
the vibe I got, but a fantastic tune yet again. Keeping the track record going of awesome music every single time.
Yeah,
this is where it's at.
Yeah, this is it.
For current music. The Anger Management Podcast.
This is why we're number 7 in UK.
It's like radio. It's like Top of the Pops used to be, but without Jimmy Savile.
Right.
Just Liam.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Andy. Love you too.
Daryl, the last section on each show, I always like to ask a question that you can ponder, something on a light note.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I'm going to ask you both, if you could be any age that you've been through your life, right now, you could go back to it, what would it be? And why would it be?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know mine.
Let us know then, Liam.
Oh, me. Okay.
Go for it, mate.
24.
Okay.
And I'd love to just say that age because it was the year leading up to 24. So between 23 and 24, I discovered the gym. So obviously, I was I was quite fit. I'm not a big tub of lard like I am now. And I was in good nick basically. And I'm 24. It's a good age. And I was just happy with myself. And that was the most confident I'd ever been with myself in my life, just mentally and physically. And I'm in a good place all around. And if I could go back to being 24 again forever, I think I would.
Wasn't that long ago.
I know. I mean, I'm only 29 now, but 24, I think, for me is a standout age.
The ideal age.
Yeah, I think so.
And what year would that have been, Liam?
2016.
So not too long
That
ago.
wasn't bad, that.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Daryl.
I'm 58, 57, early 58.
Nearly 60.
This is the bit where we go,
Sure.
no.
Whatever you want to do.
You don't know your age,
No,
Daryl.
no, you look at least 65.
Yeah, there you go.
21. What?
So you've got more years to choose from than Liam.
Any age, Christ.
I'm the baby of the group today.
Me personally,
Go on, Andy.
while Daryl mulls this over,
Okay.
he's obviously got quite a
I'm
few
mulling.
years he's thinking of here.
I am mulling.
He's got his mulling face on.
He's Larry Mullen.
He's not Jurgen.
I would go back to probably 1998 when I was 17 and 18. I love 1998. It was mint. I was in my band, Orchard. Shout out to the Orchard boys if you're listening. We'd signed a record deal, big record deal. I was playing all over the place, all over Europe with my band. I was healthy, I was fit, and I was strong. And life was great. It consisted of lots of playing music, lots of playing football, lots of girls. I mean, I've settled down now.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah,
I
of course.
wouldn't trade my wife in for any of that
No,
now.
of course
but
not.
at the
Sharon.
time,
Sharon.
no, my wife's not. My wife's
No, I
not a
didn't mean your
Sharon.
wife.
Oh,
Lots of Sharons.
lots of Sharons. Do you know? I don't think I've
That's
ever.
annoying.
I don't think I've ever been with a Sharon. Not off the top of my head. I can't remember a
Wow.
Sharon. No, I don't think I have.
We ripped Sharon to fucking shreds on this show, but
Don't think I've been with a Sharon.
Sharon doesn't
But
exist, ladies and gents.
It
She's
was just a nice time. The 90s were a good time to be alive. Like
Yeah.
Daryl touched upon earlier, you could still, if your boss pissed you off, you just tell him bollocks and you'd
Yeah.
have another job the
Yeah.
next day.
Mm.
France 98, in my opinion, the last decent World Cup, right? David Beckham, Michael Owen. England should have got a lot further, but it was a mint World Cup. It was. I I loved being that age. I still had no kids at that point. The year after, I would have a child. And it was all of a sudden responsible city.
It's a big shock, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is when you can't look after yourself because you're still a teenager. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Not a clue. Yeah. But I had no responsibilities. I think I worked at Alton Towers or wherever I was, cheese factory, wherever it was. Bit of college, and it was just mint. Life was good, but I think more than anything, I still felt fit and strong physically and mentally. I hadn't had my bad accident at that point. And I don't know, somehow, I think at that age, you're still experiencing most things for the first time, and life's still got that allure, that wonderment about it.
Is that a word?
Wonderment. Yeah, it is.
Saving that for Scrabble.
Yeah, wonderment. So I just always felt that there was things ahead. There was things down the road that waiting to be discovered. I think as you get older, I think life becomes more comfortable from the point of view of you become more settled.
Yeah.
But you lose that wonderment that, I'm never gonna play in front of 10,000 people again for the first time. I'm never gonna, I'm retired from football. I'm never going to score the winner in the cup final again.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever it may be, whatever you do in your personal life and for your hobbies or whatever it is, but you're never gonna get your first proper girlfriend or your first proper boyfriend. It's, and I miss that. I miss that unknown. I love the adventure of things being unknown. Where am I going? Where am I heading? What's gonna I'll get up tomorrow. I have a fucking clue what's going to happen. And most of the things that happen, I'll have never experienced before. Yeah. And I love that thought. Yeah. When you're older, 40 now, most things you've done them a million times, and it becomes a lot harder to find that.
That's something
drug,
new.
Find that drug that gives you that wow, I've never done that before. That was awesome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, Daryl.
I've been thinking about it. It's quite not a lot of years that I'd like to go back to in my life. Leave that at that.
Well, I mean, you can say the present day, Daryl. That is absolutely fine.
I was going to say.
You can say right now, here, finally, I've achieved my dream of being on the Anger Management podcast with Steve-O and Liam. I mean, that's fine, mate. That is. That's what you want to say.
No, that's not what
I'll go back to yesterday, thanks.
I'll say that next time you have me.
Yesterday was better before I met you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go back to that night before I met Liam in the pub. That was my favourite day.
And none of this would have ever happened.
No. I would say all the problems I've had over the last 4 years, I'd go back 4 years.
Yeah.
Which is when I met Marie.
So that's your wife, yeah?
Yeah, because what's she like?
Yeah, lovely.
She's an absolute diamond.
She's lovely, yeah.
And this was pre your health issues.
Yeah. Well, no, one heart attack, but we're not talking about it.
Yeah, okay. We'll give that one a miss. Yeah. Okay.
She does everything for me. She looks after me. She's a cracking girl.
So life has picked up considerably since you met
and
Marie.
Moving down to Stoke has been a.
Well, we're a friendly bunch, mate. We are. We're a bunch of wallies a lot of the time, but we are a friendly bunch.
I never said the people. Duck. No, 4 years ago. Honestly, and people who know me will know why. Yeah, I've not gone back years and years and years.
Yeah, well, no, you don't have to touch on anything that makes you uncomfortable, Daryl.
No, I don't make me uncomfortable. I just want to tell you about it because I don't want sympathy.
No. You got Facebook for that, mate.
Well, yeah. I might.
Stick it up.
I'll add you tonight. And
that's it. I'll give you some sympathy then.
Sympathy,
There you go.
4 years ago. It's probably.
So we got 4 years ago for Daryl, 25 minutes ago for Liam.
Yeah, cheers.
And I'm going back to 98 when David Beckham got sent off against Argentina.
Oh, yeah. He was stupid, wasn't he, then?
Diego Simone was a twat.
Why did he kick out?
It was Diego Simone's fault, mate.
It
He's a
weren't.
twat.
Beckham kicked out at him. How can you blame Simone for that?
Because if Diego Simone hadn't rinsed him from behind to start with, what would he have had to react to?
No, he's a professional. Take the foul.
Oh,
you don't kick out in a game like that.
I just wish he'd have kicked him fucking harder.
Well, yeah, so do I, but it cost us, didn't it?
Fucking bastard.
Yeah.
So we still won that game. Sol Campbell's header was perfectly legitimate.
Yeah.
But that's for another day.
Yeah, of course.
So we've run out of time. Jurgen has spoken.
Yeah.
I'd like to say thanks to everybody that's been on the podcast over the last 8 episodes. I want to say thanks tonight to the Bad Rats, David Norgrove, Pete Mack, and the Petal Falls.
Yes.
Fantastic songs. Again, as always, we will be back sooner rather than later. We're going to have a little break.
Yeah.
Little relax.
Yeah. But most of all, I just want to thank you listening to this podcast right now, or you watching this podcast right now. So thank you very much. Honestly, guys, it does really help us out a lot. And we the feedback we've received, and I'm sure Andy will agree, over the last 8 episodes, well, 7, this is the 8th, and has been fantastic. And we've loved doing it. It started off as just a little idea and a bit of fun.
It was actually an idea we had like 18 months ago.
Yes.
And then we weren't allowed to breathe or do anything at all. So we've kept that germ of an idea, and this is what it's developed into. So we'll be in a new venue.
Yes.
Next season.
Season 2.
Season 2. It'll look a bit nicer because this studio's looked a bit grubby for the last couple of episodes because I've ripped most things down.
Yes.
So it's looked a bit shitty.
Yeah.
So I want to say thanks to Daryl for being on tonight.
Cheers,
It's been
Daryl.
an absolute pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
It's been great to meet you, Daryl.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll have you on again at a later date if you want to come back and tell us some more shenanigans.
Is that a threat?
It's a threat, mate.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for inviting me, William.
No worries. Cheers, Daryl.
Absolutely, Daryl. Thank you, mate. So that's just about it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
We're wrapping it up. Hopefully, we'll still be alive in 4 or 5 weeks' time.
Yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on the usual places: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to pop by and say hello, by all means. Or why not just buy us a brew?
Buy us a brew. That really, really, really helps. Buying us a brew does.
Yeah, of course it does.
I'm just a prostitute now. That's it. Just whoring myself
Buying
out.
you a brew. Ooh.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
This has been the Anger Management Podcast with me, Andy Stevenson.
Me, Liam Simcox.
And me, guest Daryl Sweetman.
Get in. We'll see you for season 2.
Cheers, guys.
Stay safe, chaps.
See you later.